Hello, and welcome back. In this demonstration we will cover another most important section, Interview Central and Operation Hub. Please note that all this activity is private to your profile only, and nothing is shared with any of the other user on the platform. Now we entered into Interview Operation Hub. Again, same drop-down you will see to select your specific job you have created. For each job, whatever candidates were mapped, you will be able to see. In our case, we have only one candidate is mapped, Rashmi Jain. Now, let's select a job full stack Java developer for IBM. Now, as a recruiter, you want to set up interview for Rashmi Jain. Hence, you will click on the Add Interview Round button. This will open a new modal pop-up window. It was kept very simple. Only 3 fields are considered. First field is type of interview. Next field is which round of interview, and third one is your remarks, anything you want to remember for this interview round. Now let's discuss different types of interview. First is AI interview. This is simple face-to-face interview conducted by QuickTechie AI-powered engine. In this system will generate questions dynamically based on job description, and engine will ask question. We will explain in more detail as part of interview demonstration, as we will have demo for each type of interview. Next is an AI HR interview. In this case, all face-to-face interview questions are generated will again for given job description, but more of a questions from human resource department. Next is our hands-on coding interview. This interview round is mainly for software engineering or information technology stream. For a given programming language, hands-on coding assignment given to candidate. AI programming is a multiple choice question and answer, again applicable to software engineering fields. For this, candidate will be given 25 to 30 questions to be answered. AI exam, this again multiple choice question, and applicable to any stream who wanted to conduct multiple choice exam. Consider this as an assessment exam for given job description. Now let's move to next field, which is interview round. In this case you can have up to 10 interview rounds. Similarly, it is named 1st to 10th. As we go from 1st to 10th round of interview difficulty also increases. Probably you don't need 10 rounds of interview. Usually company consider up to 5 rounds. However, we kept it flexible, and you can set up maximum 10 round for a candidate. Now, next field us tenant remarks. It is just your remark you want to maintain for this candidate against this interview round. Now, we will set up first round for candidate, and type of interview is AI interview. Also, let's add a remark, expected CTC, 25 lakh, candidate is from Pune but ready to relocate. Once saved, you can see a row created for this interview round. In this row, let's first go the text row, which shows interview round is first. Interview current status is pending. We will discuss interview statuses in detail later. Next is type of interview. In this case, we selected a interview. A unique code is generated for this interview, and unique URL for this interview round is also created. At the bottom row we can see year remark for this interview. Now let's discuss each button for this interview round. Delete round. This button will delete this interview round. Mark pass. By clicking you can change the status of this interview as pass. Similarly, by clicking mark fail button, you can mark candidate interview round as failed. Email and share. We have just created an interview round but not yet shared with the candidate. By clicking this button, you can send email to candidate. Copy info button. Suppose you want to copy the info about this interview and paste it somewhere, for instance separately you want to share with candidate, you can do. Launch interview. It will launch the interview, what candidate can see, but avoid until candidate complete the interview. Next is assess interview. Once candidate has completed their interview, click on this button to assess the interview. Now let's set up a second round of interview as well. In this case we will select a hand-on coding interview. This is a second round of interview. Now since it's a hands-on coding exam, so we need to select the programming language as well. We will select Java as programming language, add remarks and save interview. As you can see, one new row created for second round interview. However, we want second round should be set up as AI exam and not hand-on coding, so let's delete this interview round, as we have not yet shared with the candidate as well. Using delete button, we can delete this interview round. Let's set up an AI exam interview. Again, click add interview round button, fill in interview type as AI exam and its second round. If you want add user remarks else leave bulk and hit save button to save the interview round. One more row get created for second round interview. Now we will add third round as again MCQ exam, but only for specific programming language we want to test the candidate. If your job is not for software or information technology stream, you don't need to set up this interview round. Now, select Java as programming language we want to assess this candidate. Now again hit the Save button to save interview. Since recruiter job requirement is for software stream, so it is preferred that you conduct hands-on coding round as well. Hence, let's set up fourth round of interview as hands-on coding round for Java programming language, since focus of the job is Java. Now hit the Save button to save the interview round. Before conducting HR interview round, we want that candidate should give one more face-to-face interview for technology or given job skills. Hence, set up another round for the AI interview, which would be face-to-face interview round for candidate. So now we have 5 round of interview already set up for the candidate but not yet shared. Since we have set up enough interview round for this candidate, now let's set up last round HR round interview with this candidate. We have total 6 interview rounds set up for the candidate, and all are in pending state, and we have not shared any of this interview detail with the candidate yet. You have scope of adding 4 more round of interview. If it is senior position, you may consider conducting more interview round up to maximum 10 round. You can consider deleting any of the interview any time during the process. Even process started, you can have full power to delete the interview. As a recruiter, you have all the superpower for these interview rounds, what to do. Thanks for watching the video. In next video we will demonstrate each interview round in detail and how to share this interview information with candidate. Thanks for watching.